Greetings and welcome. I'm Dr. Nilsson, founder of Nilsson Holistic. On this video, I will be training on inflammation. There are four letters, I, so I4, and then I, and remember the number 4, and then the 4 plus a bonus. So what does all that mean? Well, let's talk about this. Inflammation. Inflammation is an immunovascular response to irritants, infection, and injury. So irritants would be things that we've ate, A, B, C, or D. Something we've ate, breathed, contacted, or drank. Things like heavy metals, things like chemicals, right? Taking in the chemicals from foods can be. And then of course allergens and infection next. There's the 4 types of infections: parasites, viruses, bacteria, fungi, yeast, mold in one category. So viruses we know attack cells, increasing inflammation. We know that bacteria produces endotoxins or waste products, which increases inflammation. Of course, we know, and parasites cause inflammation. And then, of course, the fungi, yeast, and mold causes inflammation. Why inflammation? Because the body goes out and says, hey, you're an invader, we're going to attack you. Get all the army men to the area and attack. This causes an increase of inflammation. Next, we know injury, cut, burns, sunburns, a sprained ankle. What about also injury like emotional stress? We know that emotional stress increases cortisol, the stress hormone, which increases inflammation. So all these things cause an increase in inflammation. So what is the body going to do? Well, the body, on the other hand, is going to increase white blood cells and plasma. That allows then the body to do 4 things. And these 4 cardinal signs of inflammation are rubor, or redness. It's a vasodilation, and it causes the redness in the blood vessels. The next would be calor, or heat. As we increase vasodilation, then what we have is an increase of heat because there's more circulation, calor. The next would be so rubor, calor, and then we have swelling, tumor, or tumor, increase in swelling. So we increase the circulation. There's fluid outside of the blood vessels, which starts to increase, and this is called edema. As that edema continues to expand, it pushes up against the nerves, or what are called the nociceptors, or pain receptors, and we get dolor, or pain. Okay, rubor, calor, tumor, and then dolor. Redness, heat, swelling, pain. Now there's one other function, or one other occurrence or sign of swelling, that is loss of function, or complete loss of function. Generally the 4 cardinal signs will see acute inflammation, and this is fine. The body comes in, you sprain your ankle, comes in, it swells, takes care of its job, and then leaves, right? The army men come in, they fight, then they get out. You have a sore throat, body comes in, it fights, it gets out. When the army men don't leave and they just stay in the country and just become kind of vagabonds, chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation in the brain, dementia, Alzheimer's, in the gut, inflammatory bowel disease, chronic inflammation causing chronic disease like diabetes, like heart attack, like stroke, like congestive heart failure and COPD, and renal failure. All the different types of chronic inflammation, including which can be producing or aid in the production of cancer. So chronic inflammation is a very important topic. Oh, one other thing I should mention, I'll mention this at the end. But so acute and chronic. Acute is fine. Chronic is very bad, and this is what leads to chronic disease. How do we combat that? Well, there's many ways. We know that the gut is one of the most important ways to combat inflammation. I won't talk about that here, but we know that having a healthy balance of gut with good probiotics and good bacteria is key. Let's talk about, though, in this article, the 4 supplements that I highly, highly recommend. The first one being turmeric. Turmeric has the active form of curcuminoids. Curcuminoids, one of the best areas for anti-inflammatory response is in the brain. Turmeric and curcuminoids. Next would be turmeric is in the ginger family. So let's talk about ginger. Putting on your gingerols or Shigalls. The gingerol is the active form there in the ginger. Ginger's been used for thousands and thousands of years, and it mimics, or it's very similar to anti-inflammatory medicines. However, you don't have the side effects. So ginger. Next, I'd talk about astaxanthin, an excellent anti-inflammatory agent, and there's many. These are 4 that I really like and support because there's good research. Astaxanthin, it's the red pigment found in salmon, trout, some of the pink seafood, like you've seen the kind of the pink type of seafood. It comes from algae, the reddish algae pigment. Excellent anti-inflammatory, but also, oh my goodness, you're gonna love this. It is an antioxidant, one of the best antioxidants. So it decreases the rusting of the cells in the body. The next is omega-3 fatty acids found from healthy, clean fish oils. I highly recommend, let me just say this. What you get or what you pay for, you will get. Okay? If you're not paying for your fish oils, you're going to pay for your fish oils. You know what I mean? You want to look for a high concentration of EPA and DHA. I don't recommend them just getting at any old big warehouse or box mart. Be careful about your fish oils. Why? Because of the mercury content. You want to make sure that they are clean, not having the high mercury content. So those 4 things are excellent. Now, a manual therapy, kind of this is your bonus since you watched the video. One of the best manual modalities for inflammation in the spine and pain, again, pain in the spine, pain in the hips, the neck area, is chiropractic, regular chiropractic adjustments. We know, and that has been proven now, it is one of the best modalities for lower back pain, headache, and general spinal pain. So that's your bonus, all right? Again, inflammation is important and it is necessary. However, when it becomes chronic, we see chronic disease. Being able to treat that through many different modalities, but then always remembering your healthy eating and living lifestyle is going to affect inflammation the most. Thanks for watching. I am Dr. Nilsson, and remember this, live in fullness every day by decreasing inflammation.